Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As you come into the chat, be sure to drop your crowns and your elephants. We have to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I watched it twice, and of course, I reported on several different stories. So if you missed out on anything in regards to Erika Jayne Girardi today, be sure to check out the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We are live on multiple platforms today, including the Kempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. We're live on Twitch and Twitter. Hey, Twitter, we've been getting acquainted. We've been getting acquainted lately. Well, not lately. We've always been acquainted, but very much so lately. So shout out to everyone watching on Twitter and everyone watching on TikTok. We are talking about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but of course we have to talk about Erika Jayne Girardi and all the news that unfolded today. Shout out to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. We appreciate you all being here. And of course, shout out to my moderators and of course our subscribers and people that just like to watch and dislike. We had one dislike, and I know we shouldn't focus on the dislike, but you know what we do here. We like to pretend we know who disliked it. So it could be Erika Jayne. It could be Tom. As you know, we reported on a story earlier today that Tom Girardi was stopped by the paparazzi and asked, did Erika know about everything that's going on with him? And he's simply looking very frail. And I honestly do believe that there is something seriously going on with him. Maybe. He says this, I think she knew. But if you saw my video earlier today, I heard some tea that, he specialized when it came to his law firm, brain injury. So he would know how to act, allegedly. But we shall see. Also, there's so much stuff coming out. We're going to cover it all. If you're not subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe because there's more information come out. And how come they made our girl Garcelle cry in this episode? Oh, goodness. Hold on. Let me pull this up because I did have a story that I wanted to report on in regards to Garcelle. So a lot of people, you remember we reported on a story that Garcelle may be considering not returning to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Well, as you also know, we reported on Garcelle talking about the reunion. And she says that the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion, Erika goes there and she answers a lot. If you missed that video, be sure to check that out. So Radar Online did an interview with her at this charitable event, Christmas in September. Didn't know they do that in California, but they do it, of course, for charity. And don't forget, guys, we will be doing our own 12 days of Christmas here on the channel. We got to start now. There's a lot of work to do in order to get that done. I'm looking for some of the best Black-owned businesses to celebrate here on the channel. Stay tuned for that. Can't wait. Oh my God, it's my season. Sidebar. Slowly but surely, the backstage will become a little bit more fall. We got to celebrate the seasons. Don't expect a Halloween situation here, okay? Don't expect it. It's not happening. I don't like Halloween. But back to this, Garcelle. So in their conversation with Garcelle, they were asking her about returning for another season because, as I said before, the rumor was that we saw on this episode, she says she does not feel a part of the group. She feels left out. And we are going to do a deeper dive into that conversation and why she might not feel a part of the group, besides them being mean girls. That's still a hashtag on Twitter. So this is what Radar Online is saying. And as always, we will be citing our sources after the live. So speaking to Radar exclusively on the red carpet, Garcelle didn't hesitate to put the rumors about ending her reign on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills to bed. When asked whether she would be joining the cast next season, she responded, "That's the plan. The plan is to go back. So, yes." Okay. So while the news surely will thrill fans, Kathy didn't seem surprised at all, standing alongside her fellow housewife, even though Kathy's not a housewife, but we wish she was. She was so good this season. The Hilton matriarch smiled and repeatedly nodded in agreement. We can all literally see Kathy just probably not knowing what's going on. So according to Radar's exclusive, This is what Garcelle is saying. Garcelle is saying that she plans on going back. But Garcelle is a hustler. She knows how huge the platform is, how big the season was, and it's going to be a big payday. I would be shocked if they didn't ask all of the ladies back. I know Dorit and Lisa could go, more so Dorit, and that's why she was trying to have a moment this season with Garcelle. She was trying to have a moment with Garcelle so she would have some sort of storyline. She had no storyline besides her dresses, which were beautiful. And someone sent me a video, an old video from a fashion show that she did where her accent was different. Oh, Lord, Dorit. We'll revisit. When we do our recap, we will revisit. But Garcelle is saying that she plans to return for another season. Here, this is what the usual protocol is. They have the reunion, and that's when the contracts will go out. I don't see Bravo not having Garcelle back. Garcelle has become a fan favorite. I don't care what anyone says. She has become a favorite. So has Sutton. I love their friendship, and we need to see more of that. And there's no way that you can have Garcelle on the show without Sutton. She needs, unfortunately, I have to say this, backup, because these other ladies do treat it like it's high school instead of let's be a part of this whole situation. But we'll get there. We'll get there. So breaking news. No, it's not breaking news. So this is some more news that Garcelle does plan to come back. Let's get into the recap, guys. If you're just joining us, this is your boy, The Kempire, and you're watching the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We just put out another video talking about Wendy Williams and the sad state of affairs that's going on with her. So if you haven't checked out that video, be sure to check it out. You're not just getting reality TV recaps here on the channel or reality TV news. You're getting everything in pop culture. I also have another video coming right after this one. So stay tuned for that. If you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Let's get into some more of this recap. Guys, I love seeing you in the chat. Let me just see what you guys are saying before we jump in. Gourmet Thursday says, did you see how Erika ate that salad? She's such a fake. Oh my God. I honestly can't. I can't. Okay, Sass says, I'm so disappointed with Garcelle. As a Black woman, she's pissing me off allowing these women to talk to her like this. You don't have to be an angry Black woman to put these women in their place. And you know what? I think, and you know, as a Black woman, everyone handles those particular situations very differently. Also, because Garcelle has been in the entertainment industry for so long, she probably has become accustomed to navigating those waters the way that she has. We also don't know a lot about Garcelle. Not only is she guarded with the other women, she's guarded with us telling those stories. I think slowly but surely, remember, this is just her second season of doing reality TV. She's an actress. She's not a reality TV star. So I think there's more, and we have to allow her the space and the time to give us that story. Okay. So I get what you're saying, because there have been moments, and I told you at the reunion, I wanted her to bring it and not be scared of this, this crazy label, because regardless, even if she comes at you a little hard, they're going to label her angry Black woman or something else, or aggressive or something like that. So here's the thing. And I posted this on my community tab, guys. If you're not checking out the community tab, you should check out the community tab, because this is the key to success. One of the best advice that I've ever received is just be yourself, because people can see through all of the fakery all around us. Trust and believe. Instagram is full of fakery. Everyone wants their lives to be perceived a certain way. And I also understand that Garcelle has grown up in this entertainment industry. So she has learned on a level. She's given us real. We definitely get authenticity from Garcelle, but I also think Garcelle is guarded, not just from the ladies, but from us. And Garcelle, we will love you. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Okay. Let me see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Or wait, I'm in the middle of people's conversations. Obi says Sutton was great on Watch What Happens Live. I literally watched it right before this one because I wanted to see what she had to say. And we're going to get into some of what Sutton had to say. So I like Sutton. I literally just tweeted Sutton. I said, Sutton, can we be friends? Let's be friends. And I don't want to be friends with any of the housewives. None of them. But Sutton, we could be friends. We could be friends. And she would be open to me calling her out for her caring ways earlier this season. We haven't forgotten, Sutton. We haven't forgotten. Oh, you know what time it is. Get your coldest water bottle. Keeps your water cold for 36 plus hours. Comes in multiple colors, multiple sizes. It's my favorite water bottle. You all are always asking me, what do I do for my skincare? First and foremost, drink water. Stay away from the sodas and things every once in a while. I have a soda every once in a blue. Coffee look, I don't even like coffee. I drink coffee to give me a perk, like for my workout. Black coffee. But I always drink a lot of water. And this is one of the ways that I make sure that I drink a certain amount of water. Get your coldest water bottle today. Use the discount code KEMP10. That's KEMP10 for 10% off your purchase. And shout out to everyone that you guys have been buying. I know, and they have a bunch of new bottles as well. So be sure to check that out. All right, y'all know I will be sipping throughout the show. All right. Someone in my TikTok chat says, I do not like Sutton. And you have every right to. You have every right to not like Sutton. And I get why some people do not like Sutton. Oh, wait, let me see something. Angela said Sutton's foot magically healed when it was time for that shot. Sutton was better by Watch What Happens Live. She had a sprained ankle in the show. But anyways, let's get into this conversation. Kyle and Kathy. So they allude to the falling out, and now they're going on girls trips together. There's no way that we can have Kyle next season without Kathy. We need Kathy to come in every once in a blue. We've seen Kathy throughout the years on the show, but this was different. Seeing her film and actually getting commentary from her. We've gotten so many layers from Kathy. We've gotten angry Kathy, more specifically this episode. We saw a little bit of angry Kathy when she was talking to Dorit, and Dorit started going on that rant about Garcelle. Kathy was just like, I am so not interested in what this woman is saying. She does not like Dorit. I don't care what, Kathy, you could tell us, I love Dorit. She's a lovely person. You don't like Dorit. You think she's annoying and you think she's long-winded. And I love the fact that the editors are really giving us those moments. Before we didn't know. We just went off of Kyle saying that she talks a lot. But now they're showing us her talking a lot. And I get it. With that voice, you're just like, all right, we get it. We get it, Dorit. Are you done? Mind you, though, Kathy's the one who brought it up. Kathy's the one who asked, what happened? I missed it. You're always missing it, Kathy. And shout out to our ma, Delsenia. She says she's the lady. We'll get to the lady in a second. So they're preparing for this trip. They're going to this trip. I think it was Nikolai that sent me a picture of the hotel. And if you look at the hotel from the top, it looks like something. I'm not going to show the picture because I don't need YouTube coming after me. But just saying. But the hotel, when Garcelle arrived, it did look a little creepy inside, but it's a big, beautiful hotel and empty. It was like, did Kathy close down the hotel for them? Let me see. Hey, Bernice. For those who don't think that white rich families can be dysfunctional, here comes Kathy and Kyle to let you know the truth. I don't think we thought that. At least I didn't think that. I don't think we thought that. I enjoy Kathy and Kyle together. As I think many of you agreed with me that we get a more fun side of Kyle, the banter between the two of them, her cleaning up after Kathy and her mess. I love it. Zoe's World, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, I'm watching the show as you speak and talking about, wait, mole rusking? Hold on. Hotels can be scary. Certain hotels, there was a hotel that I stayed at in India that had a I still have the picture somewhere. I should have thought about that before the live. There was a picture, and I specifically took it because it kind of gave me that vibe of like, I can see like those twins at the end of the hallway. It was like this old Indian hotel. Yeah. Lana says Dorit is annoying, fake accent and all, but would Dorito over? But I guess you would prefer Dorito over Teddy, boring, drying behind any day. Same. Because at least we get PK with Dorito. Just saying. Chris in my TikTok chat says the carpet in the hotel was dreadful. I need to go back now. I remember seeing the carpet, but there was just so much to see in that hotel. It's like, what is happening? What is happening? Hold on. Motel 6 are always scary, but different for different reasons. Oh, Lord. Nina says Kathy needs to be an occasional friend, and Kyle's day should be up. I'm just saying. You might be right. You might be right. But Kyle knows how to work it. She did step up a few times this episode, so I can't even be mad at her. Look, she is part of the thumbnail. Allegedly, we'll get there. So Kathy forgets her bag at home, and then she says, "Oh, we got to call the lady." Who's the even Kyle's like, "Who's the lady?" And at first, I was like, "What does she mean? Does she not know the lady's name?" And then some of you were saying maybe she doesn't want to say the lady's name on TV because she kept on referring to her as a lady. We didn't even see the lady on camera. Danielle says Kathy closed the hotel down before they start to demo. Christina says, oh my gosh, there is a hotel in downtown Chicago like that too. And I can't remember the name. My old boss said that she saw a lady sewing in her room when she stayed there. I left and stayed at a friend. Oh my goodness. I wonder what hotel that is. The W in Chicago. I didn't enjoy my stay there when I went in 2019. I enjoyed Chicago. I didn't enjoy the W charging for internet. Who charges for internet? Y'all making me flashback. Hold on. Not a fan of Kathy. She's like an old woman with TV trays. Get some young blood in there. No, I enjoyed Kathy's. I mean, everyone has a right to their opinion. This is a safe space for everyone to have a difference of opinion. But I enjoyed Kathy this season. To me, she was a light, fun energy this season. This is a dark season. And Kathy added that energy that we needed. If we didn't have Kathy this season, I think it would have been very... Yes, the W is so dark. It is so dark. I literally remember it. But I don't mind that. It's kind of sexy. But why are you charging for internet? Why are you charging for internet? Kathy is hilarious. See? Not everyone agrees. Kathy can't stand Kathy. Hold on. Kathy, Angela says Kathy is precious and innocent. I don't know about innocent. Okay, let's not go too far. Joanna says, I like Kathy, but elitish. Yeah. Hey, Miriam, W is outdated. Is it outdated? Yeah, because I'm thinking about the room that I stayed in. It wasn't the greatest. It wasn't the greatest. I didn't love the W. Sorry, W. If you want to have me come back, stay a couple nights, I'd love to come back to Chicago. It was lovely there. Darren Hood says, I love Kathy. All right. So it's mixed company in here. It's mixed company. I should do a poll. Should I do a poll? I just thought everyone enjoyed Kathy. You didn't have to love Kathy, but I thought that everyone enjoyed Kathy. Let me just do a poll because I want to know. We have over 500 and something people in the chat. I want to know how you guys feel about Kathy. Let's just do a quick poll. I'm just going to ask, do you want Kathy to return next season? Do you want, hold on, Kathy Hilton to return next season? I'm not going to even do a maybe. It's going to be yes or no. I need it to be black and white. Boxster says, I love the comedy relief. I think we needed it. Garcelle and Sutton were great, but they didn't add all of the comedy relief. Those surprising comedy moments that we got this season from Kathy really just was like, oh, I needed that. Didn't know I needed it in that moment, but I needed that. And we got that a few times this season and this episode. If you guys are just joining us, we're talking about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is our weekly recap. And guess what? If you don't follow me on TikTok, then you missed our watch party last night. If you were part of the watch party on my TikTok, let everybody know in the chat what a good time we had, talking, rewinding, being shady, all of that last night. Pausing at certain moments. Oh, I want to see Eileen back. Really? I didn't hate Eileen, but I didn't love Eileen. Yeah. Courtney says she throws good dinner parties and gives me 50s social life. Okay. Yeah, see, watch party was lit last night. Y'all missed out. That's why you have to follow me on. Let me link you guys. Let me post up where you need to follow me. Follow me on these platforms. I'm going to start doing exclusive things on certain platforms. Right, TikTok. We had a good time last night. Tati says no, Eileen. Nah. Yeah, I'm not itching for Eileen to come back. I'm not itching for Denise Richards to come back. I would love to see Camille come back. I don't love Camille, but I think she would bring a great dynamic to this group of very Fox Force 5. Okay. Anyways. Someone said I don't do TikTok. Well, you might need to. Okay. I also don't know if you need to actually be a part of TikTok in order to watch the live. You could probably just go to my page and watch the live. I'm not sure, but check that out. Someone says, no, Camille. Come on. Camille's carrying a lot of bags that I need her to, Camille as a friend to the show would be great like the last time. Yeah, I don't need her to be a housewife. We don't need that. We don't need that at all. Let me take a sip. Someone in my TikTok chat says, I'm ready for Crystal to go. She has no storyline. When we look back on this season, Crystal, even in this episode, we don't really get a lot of Crystal. I want to give Crystal a second season, though. And I honestly believe they will bring Crystal back. I want to give her a chance. As I said to you guys before, I do believe that either people are going to love her or hate her. I did a recent report on the amount of hate that she was getting on Twitter. So she deactivated her account there. If you missed that video, check that out on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. Even if you don't like her, being racist is completely unnecessary. Okay. But with that being said, I wouldn't mind seeing more of Crystal. Remember, this is her first season. Someone said, what, Kempire? No, not second season, Crystal. Ugh. No to Crystal. Damn, maybe I should do a poll on Crystal. Oh my goodness. A lot of you don't like Crystal. I don't know. I'll go with whatever you guys want with that one. Because I could take her or leave her. I do like her backyard, though. Sashay, thank you so much for the super chat. All the 2022 seasons should be all bringing back OGs. Really? I don't want to bring back anybody at this point. I just want to find new blood. I want to make new stars. I'm all about new talent. You guys know how we've been talking about finding new talent. We need new people hosting these reunions and not Andy. Anyways, I've digressed all the way up in my recap. Let me go back. So the ladies go to this hotel. The hotel is big, beautiful, old, a little creepy. With that being said, the ladies go to the beach. They see Kathy's running after birds. They're watching sea lions, do things. And then they're running away from that. And then they sit down. Of course, the conversation goes to if Erika could ever see herself being friends again with Sutton. And she's like, no, she doesn't see it. She says she doesn't like being called a liar. I don't think anyone likes being called a liar. However, when you're on television and we've seen what we've seen, it's hard to believe you, Erika. It's hard to believe you. But you don't need me to believe you. You need the court of law to believe you at this point. And Sutton, even though Sutton denies calling her a liar, I love how they played back. She did say that she lied. She didn't necessarily call her a liar, but she did say she lied. Own it, Sutton. Own it. I do think that Sutton and Erika, after the reunion, I think they're probably in a better place. Maybe not as tight-knit friends, but I think they're in a better place. Sutton's a good friend. Based on what I've seen, and this is not just off of what people have said, it's her actions. You're offering this woman, especially a woman that's not necessarily a good friend. Erika Girardi is not a good friend to Sutton, but you offered to help her during this divorce financially. That's huge. Because at this point, you don't know if she's ever going to get any money. So that would be a loss for you. Sutton is a good friend. AC says she's the worst liar I've ever seen. Is she the worst liar I've ever seen? No, I've seen worse. I've seen worse. Maybe on Beverly Hills. Maybe on Beverly Hills. Yep, actions speak louder. Erika versus Sutton. I want to see how this reunion plays out. The reunion will start airing. The part 1 will be October 6th. So stay tuned for that. Of course, we will be talking about it and covering it and all that good stuff. And every day, another Erika and Tom story. If you missed any of those stories this week, you missed a lot. A lot came out this week in the last couple of weeks. But back to this. So they talk about that. Sutton, of course, hurt her foot, so she's not there. She was at the hospital. And again, when Garcelle didn't come with the ladies because she's working, and I think that's also what's sort of separating her from the group, because she is working. And it seems as if, what are the other ladies doing for work? None of them are working a traditional job. Like, Garcelle is out there hustling. She has multiple jobs. She has her podcast. She has The Real, which in itself is all encompassing. So Garcelle is out there hustling, and they're not actively working. They're not out there working. They're not working those types of jobs. Saf says Kyle has a 5-minute movie part in Halloween. Oh Lord, she made that. She really sold that one. I hurt my nose during that. I had to grow up my hair. I was just like, okay. She is. And I love this new era of Garcelle. If you've been following Garcelle's career for a long time, you know there's been lulls. We all have lulls in our life when it comes to our careers. And it's nice to see Garcelle on the comeback for me, And I think she's doing very well on The Real, even though I don't love The Real. I don't love The Real. But with that being said, I like Garcelle, and I like that Garcelle has a job there. So I'm always here for someone being employed. Mama T says, I love Garcelle, and these witches are so jealous of her, especially Rinna. I don't know. Maybe Rinna is just jealous of her because she's getting all of these jobs. And, they're both actresses. I'm sure there's a level of competition. I'm sure there is. Let's keep Garcelle, Sutton, Dorit just for PK shade, Kathy, and rid the rest. I wouldn't be mad at that. It'd be interesting to watch Erika for another season. I don't know if I can do it. Black Jelly says, why don't you like The Real Kempire? Have you watched it? At least when Tamar was there, it was a little bit more entertaining. It's just hard to watch people do daytime talk when I've watched daytime talk for such a long time and just be so amateur at it. And I'm like, these women are getting paid a lot of money. And I'm just like, But I like Garcelle on it. So I'm glad she's there, and I'm glad she has a job, period. Locked Queen says, Erika is exhausting to watch. And she's exhausting to cover when it comes to these stories. She's exhausting. Okay, back to the recap, and then I will be dropping the call-in link. Let's get to 250 likes. We have over 700 something people watching. Let's get to 250 likes. I'll drop the call-in link. Let me drop the call-in link for our Royal Court members first, because I like to, it's a surprise perk. It's not part of the perks if you're a member of the channel, but it's a nice little perk. We will be adding tiers to our membership, and that will be included in the perk, the Backstage Pass. Let me just put this up right now. Lacey, thank you so much for the super chat. Lacey says, Garcelle doesn't need to sell herself like Rinna does. So I do believe Rinna is jealous of her. Good point. I didn't think of the jealousy on the acting career level until this very moment. And I think you guys might be right. Let me just post this Backstage link really quickly. No, it's raining here in New York. It's pouring. I can hear it. It's raining, y'all, just in case you wanted to know. Let me just do this. So I'm posting the Backstage link for our Royal Court members only right now on the community tab on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. So if you are a Royal Court member, the Backstage link is there right now. Let me close this out and see what you guys are saying. What's going on, Omar? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. LVP over Erika for me. I wanted to see Kathy and LVP's friendship. That would be old money. That would have been interesting to see that. It would be interesting to see that. Sass says, I don't hear. You don't hear the rain? Well, you don't hear it here. I can hear it. It's raining heavy out there. Scout says Garcelle acted with Jamie Foxx. Come on. I mean, y'all remember the Jamie Foxx show. That's probably one of the places that you know Garcelle from, amongst modeling and movies and whatnot. Oh, Sass, you're in New York too. You don't hear it's pouring over here. Thank you so much, Sunny. Oh, I apologize. I'm not good with the names, but I appreciate the super chat. Thank you. I can't get over the fact that Erika got an article the day before it dropped. Very much like the LA Times article. She knew that was coming. She's playing dumb now. Let's continue with the recap. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jenny. There we go. Teddy called Erika a liar and they made up. Thank you for a great show. Thank you, Jenny, for the super chat, and thank you for watching. I'm getting so caught up in the comments that I haven't gotten through the recap. Let's get through the recap, and she is a liar. All right, let me just get through the recap really quickly. So Garcelle and Sutton talk about making amends with Erika, and they basically say to each other, yeah, you probably just need to stay away from the whole situation. Just stay away from the whole situation, but you know Ren is going to start some trouble. Moving on from that. So one of the things I noticed as they prepared for this dinner that they had together was, of all the ladies are doing their own makeup and, you know, their own styling. And I saw that Erika Jayne Girardi, the one that's having the money issue, she has no money from Tom, but she's the only one with glam. It wasn't the greatest glam, and it was only one person when she's used to having a team of people. But it was very interesting that she's the only one that had glam. Anyone else notice that? I did. So let's get to the dinner. So the dinner they have, and of course, what we've been saying, I needed someone to have Sutton's back. Garcelle had Sutton's back because she was just bringing up how everyone was ganging up on Sutton at the dinner at Kathy's house. And she was saying pretty much, she compared how they ganged up on Denise Richards the same way they ganged up on Sutton that night. No one really had Sutton's back, because they all were having the conversation about Erika, but everyone was allowing Sutton to take the brunt of Erika's hate instead of saying we all had concerns, because they all did. And still to this day, they haven't owned it. But then it goes from Garcelle defending Sutton to Garcelle defending herself against Dorit. Dorit is like, well, you did this and you did... Dorit, why are you... I know, you don't have a storyline. The only thing that you had this season was your fashion show, which was lovely. But that was it. That's all we got from you, and now you're trying to have some sort of beef with Garcelle. Okay, and I've said it. You know, I'm a straight shooter. Pow, 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 pow. Garcelle doesn't have a storyline either, but Garcelle brings more. Garcelle brings a better personality. She's more fun to watch and intermingle with the ladies. Not you, Dorit. So this leads to a very uncomfortable conversation. And I know a lot of women of color, Black people, were triggered by the conversation. Garcelle ends up getting very upset, and she says she always feels like an outsider, and especially in this group, and she's always had to do it. But sidebar, can we just say sidebar? When Garcelle says, have you guys ever felt like the different in... Wait, I wrote it down, didn't I? Hold on. Oh, maybe I didn't write it down. Anyways, when Garcelle said, have any of you felt like the uncomfortable? And I forgot what the exact wording was. You guys will remind me in the chat. But Kathy was like, I did. Again, Kathy comes out of the blue, and you're like, what? And I said, I had a post on Twitter. I said, at what point did Kathy Hilton feel like she wasn't a part of a group, or felt left out, or stuck out, or like she was so different than everyone else? And I said to myself, was she among poor people or something? Is that what it was? Thank you, Sonia, for the super chat. Sonia says, 100 rude how they did Garcelle at the dinner. That moment of vulnerability it took to see her. I don't trust those snakes. Yeah, and that's the thing. And thank you, Zoe, for the super chat and the sticker. I got to see the sticker. We can't see it. We can't see the sticker on StreamYard, but I can see it in the chat here. So thank you guys for the super chat, and thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate everything that you guys do, even if you're just watching or if you're here a part of the conversation. I appreciate it. So shout out to people that have been here since the beginning. We're celebrating almost 41,000 subscribers. 41,000. Some of you have been here since 1,000. So shout out to you. Okay. Kim says, me too, Kempire. I thought, where, Kathy? But again, a moment of just light, even though it was getting very serious at that point when Kathy said it, and then Garcelle was like, well, have you felt like that all your life? And the fact that they had to break Garcelle down to connect with her, I didn't believe any authenticity was coming from Lisa Rinna, because she's as fake as those lips. Just saying. I do felt the authenticity, though, from Kyle. I know we talk about Kyle being two-faced and a lot of different things, but I have to say, in that moment, I really felt like Kyle was being honest and authentic and genuine in her interaction with Garcelle. And I know a lot of people did not want to see Garcelle break down that way, but I think there was more going on there than just these ladies breaking her down. And if you are a person of color, if you're a Black person, you understand what she's talking about. You might have been triggered watching it as well, especially as well, I can't speak as a Black woman. I can speak as a Black man, Black gay man, a Black man that was the only white one, the only Black person in a white school. So I can relate to that. Yeah, if y'all, I posted on this channel the first time I was called the N-word. It was in that school. Just saying. And the thing is, let's be honest, those ladies will never understand how Garcelle feels. No matter how many times she explains it to them, they will never understand that. They will never. But they should be aware of that. Aware, like, oh, let me check in. Same way that we need to check in on our strong friends is the same way that we should be checking in on someone that is marginalized as a Black woman. If anything, I understand maybe 10 years ago, you wouldn't have understood that. But now in this moment, especially in the last couple of years, especially with the Black Lives Matter movement, especially with social media, especially with the video of seeing George Floyd be murdered on camera, you can't turn a blind eye anymore. You can't turn a blind eye anymore. Alon, thank you so much for the super chat. Alon says, Bravo is not navigating the issue of race well at all. They cut that part of the dinner from the after show. Oh, I need to watch the after show for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is really, really good. Thank you, Alon, for the super chat. Let me see what you guys are saying. Lisa says, do not break anyone down. Let me see. Zico says, but should it take her breaking down like that for them to understand? No, they shouldn't. They shouldn't. But I also feel like there was a lot more going on there. Let me see. Casey says, maybe Crystal could have understood Garcelle. However, Crystal didn't step up to support Garcelle. But let's be real, too. Her experience as a minority in this country is going to be very different than Garcelle's experience as a Black person in this country. Let's be real and talk about that. But I like the way they navigated the conversation this season on Beverly Hills. Could they go deeper? They will. This is why you have to have Garcelle remain on the show. This is why. All right. I'm going to take some callers. Guys, we're so close to 300 likes. Let's get to 300 likes. I'll drop the call-in link so you can call in and share your thoughts on the latest episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Before I take some calls, I have to talk about the conversation that Erika Jayne Girardi had with Lisa Rinna and Kyle. So, we got another story. Oh, wait, sidebar, rewind. The thumbnail was it said allegedly. When they were at the beach and she was retelling the burglary story or the Cliff story. I can't even remember which one she was talking about at that particular moment. And then she says allegedly, and then Kyle in her confession was like, allegedly, you're the one who told us. You don't need to say allegedly. Well, Sutton says on Watch What Happens Live, well, I think at that point, because of all the legal things that were going on. That is why. See, this is why Sutton's such a good friend to her. Even after this woman berated you and bullied you and whispered something that you won't repeat, you still are finding grace for her. This is why I have to give it to Sutton. Oh, hold on. Oh, wait. Callie says Crystal's lips were buttoned up at that dinner when she could have stepped up, shared her experiences as well. Yeah, we didn't get a lot from Crystal, but we don't know. Her stepping up could have been edited out too. Bernice, thank you so much for the super chat. Bernice says, for Kyle and Dorit, the two fakest women on the show, to show her grace. Thank you so much for the super chat. All right, guys, we are 10 likes away from 300 likes. Apparently, the entire cast of Beverly Hills disliked the video. It's okay. I appreciate you watching. Okay, let's take some callers. But before we do that, let me just remind you to join our texting community. Love texting with you guys. Love, 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 love. It's a great way for us to communicate. Just keep in mind, texting rates may apply. Just keep that in mind, okay? But at this point, especially if you're in the United States, I'm sure you have unlimited texting right now. I remember when I said I'm not going to get into texting. I was like, that's so, I'm not doing that. Oh, Lord. All right, let's take some callers. I'm going to bring up Danielle. What's going on, Danielle?
Hey there.
Oh, what happened to your voice?
I'm sick.
You're lying.
No, I'm not. I took a COVID test yesterday, and I woke up sounding worse than this morning.
Oh, my God. Do you have COVID?
I have no idea. I'm waiting for my results.
Oh, my God. I hope not. Hopefully, it's just a cold.
I hope it's just a cold.
Oh, my Lord. But before you begin, because you're getting us in trouble.
I'm not in trouble.
But I do want to remind you guys of this. And I'm glad you're here, Danielle. Because I just want to remind people, everyone's opinion is welcome here as long as it's being respectful. The minute that you guys start getting derogatory, you're talking about someone's religion, or you're talking about someone being fruity, or I'm going to cut you off. I don't want that in my energy space. You can have your opinion, but when it starts getting derogatory, that's where I have to stop you. And when you start directing your anger at someone, at a specific caller, no. I'd much rather you say, this is my point. This is how I feel. I disagree with that caller. Let's not back and forth, because if you look at some of these other channels, they do not take callers like that. They don't. There are very few channels that take callers. I don't want this to be a space where I don't take callers anymore. Just going to put that out there. All right. Go ahead, Danielle. What are your thoughts on this?
Okay, before we go to that, to piggyback on the text message, remember free night and weekends?
Oh, damn. After 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
Damn, don't age us. Come on. What are your thoughts?
Okay, so a few things. I'm going to start from the end of the episode. I'm going to start from the dinner. I feel like Garcelle's tears may have been mixed emotion. I feel like, yes, she was letting her wall down and expressing how she feels, but I also feel like part of those tears were frustration of her having to consistently repeat herself and her feelings. Yeah. And she was probably frustrated. And unfortunately, it took the tears for them to actually hear her. So I just feel like the tears were a mixed emotion. Yes, they were the emotion of feeling left out, but it was also, and this is just, I think it was also the emotion of, how many times do I have to say this to you all before you guys get it? I've said this at every single dinner that we've had. And now here I am. I feel like part of those tears were frustration because, again, she was repeating herself. And they kind of did they do the flashbacks of the previous dinners? But I just felt like every dinner, they somewhat alluded, she's given this conversation and no one hears her. And Dorito's so quick to rebuttal against. I'm like, Dorito, shut up and stick a Cool Ranch in your mouth, because once again, you're talking too much and you're not listening. And that's all. If you shut up and listen, and just shut up and listen. Stop trying to make. I feel like the women are so busy trying to maybe I respect if they are doing this. They're trying to make it so they can relate, but what she's speaking about, you cannot relate to. And I appreciate it where she came, and I want to call it a snapback, but it was a pushback at Kathy when Kathy said, I felt like that. And Garcelle was like, now you know how I feel every day. Like, you have that one experience of being uncomfortable in a space. Know that I'm in that space every single day as a Black woman. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, but you're accepted here. You're accepted. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Yeah. I'm not accepted here because every time I say something, Dorito has a rebuttal.
Every time you say Dorito, I can't.
Like, Dorito is so freaking annoying. To your point, we only like Dorito because of PK. If it weren't for PK, we would not be here for Dorito. Dorito tries too hard. Dorito overdoes it with the fashion. Like, you got 2 toddlers and you walk around here looking like, I was going to say a specific celebrity, but I'm going to leave it out. She just looks, I was going to say the little Wawa chick with the bows in her hair. Like, you look like a teenager. General Wawa, Jenny Wawa, whatever the little young girl is. Jojo Wawa, yes. Yeah. I just, like, Dorito, sit down. You're a whole grown-ass woman. Stop. Just, she's so irritating. If it wasn't the hotel, I think Kathy did shut the hotel. Like I said, I think the hotel was already shut down because they were about to start demo. So Kathy's like, oh, we'll just take the girls there before we demo the hotel. Because that whole hotel needs an upgrade. The rooms, all that stuff was a little dated. It was giving me Golden Girls 80s Miami vibes. Excuse me. What else? And Kyle. Oh my goodness. I need Kyle to shut up.
Oh my God.
Because it's like she always wants to put everyone out on blast and make them take accountability and make them speak up, but she never does it for herself. Like, Kyle, you were sitting right there with Sutton talking crap about Erika. You were sitting right there at the dinner table with PK and Mauricio and Dorito laughing and giggling. Like, come on, like, Kyle, and I love Kyle. I think Kyle is so cute, but at the same time, she's so two-faced. Like, you can't be cute and two-faced because I have to call you out when you two-faced, Kyle. But I don't know what the poll came up, but I would definitely love to have Kathy back because Kathy's funny. Like you said, we need that sense of humor. We don't get that from anyone else. We don't, but I love the connection that Sutton and Garcelle have. Crystal with your ugly leather pants. I don't know what we're going to do with her. I don't know what to do with Crystal. Like, Crystal wants to be part of the in crowd so bad, and it's just, she's not giving what she's supposed to give. Sorry, Crystal, you can go.
I just want to get the results of the poll. We have 623 votes. Do you want Kathy Hilton to return next season? Overwhelmingly at 78%, people say yes.
Yes, and again, it's like someone said in the comments, even if she just comes back as a friend like she is now.
Oh yeah, I don't need a housewife because we haven't even seen Rick. She brought her architect to Dorit's party.
I mean, here's the thing. She's freaking Kathy Hilton. So just to watch her alone and her interaction is hilarious. And the way she was like, the lady, I thought that was hilarious. And I don't think it was a thing of she couldn't say the lady's name on camera because it's not like names are just, well, your name is rather unique. You, but names are normally kind of common, and I'm sure Guadalupe or whoever she has working for her.
Come on.
Did you pay attention to the people she hired?
I have to go back.
Okay, so yeah, I'm sure it was something common. So, but we need Kathy. We need that human. And I'm at this point, Lisa Rinna can go too. Lisa can go.
She could go. All right. Okay. Well, I hope you feel better.
Thanks everyone in the comments. OB and Delcini, I almost pronounced her name wrong. I'm sorry, but thanks you guys. Thanks you too, Kemp. I'm about to go drink some jerk soup.
Oh, not jerk soup. All right.
I'm sorry, jerk chicken soup.
Okay, enjoy.
Bye.
I'll talk to you later. Bye. All right, we're going to take some more callers, guys. If you're just joining us, of course, this is our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And if you missed it, every Wednesday evening at 10 p.m. Eastern, we do a TikTok live where I watch and chat with you on my TikTok. So be sure to follow me there. Let's take some more callers. All right. Obi, what's going on? Hey, Obi.
Hey, Kempire.
Obi getting people in trouble.
I hear you very well.
What's going on? What are your thoughts?
So, Kempire, do you ever walk into a room and feel like you're the only one who doesn't belong?
When I was in high school, well, I don't know about don't belong, but being the only Black person in high school, yeah.
Try doing that your entire life.
You know what?
Yeah.
You go for drama. What are you doing, Obi?
No, I mean, that's what she said. But seriously, I love that moment. That was a moment. That was a real moment from Garcelle.
Yeah.
I actually love that she opened herself up and she shared that.
Okay.
Not easy to do, but she did it.
Yep.
And I'm proud of her for that. So yeah, Litarina can go definitely. Crystal, I think she can go. In the beginning, I was feeling Crystal a little bit in the beginning, but she just kind of lost me like in the middle. But one thing I know she's been doing is she's kind of been sticking up for Garcelle. Have you noticed? She's been sticking up for her like in bits and pieces, but not so much. So that's
maybe those times were edited out. Maybe those times were edited out.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me who is saying it because she was kind of always picking up for Garcelle when the whole Erika thing, keeps coming up.
No.
That's one thing I could say. But then I was actually going to talk to you about something and address you about that, about my own opinion. You keep saying this thing about Garcelle doesn't have a storyline. So what exactly is a storyline? I'm trying to understand because I don't think she doesn't have a storyline.
So what is her storyline? Tell me her storyline. Maybe you'll change my mind.
That's why exactly. That's why I have to ask you, what is a storyline?
The storyline means that you have an actual story, like there's a relationship.
She talked about her
situation.
son. She brought her grandchildren
there
on the show, right? She talked about her grandchildren. She had a dinner.
That was one episode.
She talked about her country.
That was one episode.
That was wasn't that like a Christmas episode where she had
you can't even come up with
there were 2 episodes. There was a Christmas episode where everybody came, and then she had the episode
and that
where
was boring.
But at least
I love Garcelle on the show. I still think Garcelle should be on the show, but that was boring. I'm not rewinding to play that back.
I wonder why she doesn't try to even give us bits and pieces of her everyday life, like going to the show like the real. And
maybe she can't film there. Maybe she can't film there. But one thing I will say though that I do want to see more of is her dating life.
Yeah, true. I like to see more of that too.
I want to see more of that.
People keep bringing up Jamie Foxx, and I'm like, Jamie Foxx? I don't know. They look good together though.
Yeah, but everyone's always trying to tie them together. That's like her brother, she says.
I love Kathy, and the thing I kind of mix with Kathy coming back because I know if she has to come back, Kyle also has to come back. So I think the way we feel about Litarina, I feel the same way about Kyle too. I feel like her time is kind of up right now. So okay. I don't know. But I love Kathy. She's doing us some scenes, and yeah, definitely want to see her back too. Okay, that's it for me. Bye.
Thank you, Obi. Bye. Obi just leaves. I can't. All right, I'm gonna bring up a couple people at the same time, okay, just so that we can have get through. There's a long line backstage. So I want to get everyone on here, and we have a couple of familiar faces, including the lady. The lady's here. We're gonna bring up the lady. I'm gonna bring up Miriam is backstage as well. Hold on, Miriam, long time no see.
Hey, I'm so glad we're on together. I just want to say, Danielle, if you're still watching, I hope you feel better. Yeah. I really do hope you feel better.
I hope it's not COVID either.
But you was still there, you're sick and all.
Yes. And per usual, it's always great to see your face, Miriam.
Oh, thank you.
I just wanted to say, I'm gonna make it quick because my cats, they're trying to make me feed them. I'm passing time. I got to get this in because I am the lady. Garcelle, that whole scene with Garcelle, it triggered me watching it because as a Black woman, I've been in that place and I still live in that place because I work for corporate America. And so I understood that. But at the same time, I almost wish that they didn't break her down because that's just what they wanted. That's just what they wanted. One hand says, I'm glad she did it because they needed to see it. But on the other hand, knowing how these witches work, they're going to try to use that situation to their advantage. And I don't like it. And I'm almost ready to fly out there to hook a sister up because, I know, this is a shame that it brings me to violent places. But okay, let's talk. Kathy is the gift that keeps on giving. I love the poll. And yes, I am the lady. I don't care what y'all say about her, whether it's an ad, whether she's highfalutin or whatever. She's the gift that keeps on giving for me. So just for me personally, I know that's selfish. I'm a Leo. I can't help it. But, Kathy's my check. And I'm gonna drop off. I'm gonna let Miriam talk. It's good to see you all. I love everybody. And I'm gonna drop off and go back to moderating.
Okay. Thank you so much, Delsenia.
Love you.
Miriam. So, wait, Miriam, I'm just going to bring up Bernice as well because I know Bernice has a lot to say too. But Miriam, thoughts on, first of all, how have you been?
Oh, busy. Good.
Hey, Miriam, I love you. I love you, boo. You know I love you.
Please, I miss you.
Yes, miss you too.
Oh my God, where do we start with? That was bullying, group bullying at best. I feel like there is a pact that when it gets hot on Erika, they will deflect. Hence, Dorit out of the blue attacked again Garcelle, and I feel like she broke down because everybody bullying her at every time. It's like it's gonna get to her, and but I'm not mad at that. I'm glad, but I'm mad at all of them because this is when now you can be friends with me only when you make me break down and cry. What type of friends is that?
Yeah.
If you're a real friend, you don't want to get me to that place. And Kathy, listen, she had me for a minute. Now she's on the show. Listen, she's a comic relief that we all needed because Erika is so heavy. The topic is so heavy and so hypocrite and so dirty. Kathy, she brought the comic relief, but she's 24/7 product placing all the time. She's product placing Baccarat. Can you tell me that she's not getting paid for that? Like Bravo is getting paid for that. She's product placing all the restaurants she's mentioning in the hotels because every restaurant that she's ordering, like in a funny way, they are in Hilton property, and they were at Hilton property. Is there trouble in Hilton Enterprise? I don't know. Alleged. I'm just guessing. Why she came on the show just to make she product placed that lady that does the Reiki facials, energy facials. Listen, I'm like, there is not a scene that Kathy doesn't have a product placed in some way, either verbally or physically. So I feel, and she's the one who brought up the subject again yesterday. For someone who just wants hunky-dory, why did you bring it up again? And the silence of the woman when Erika doubled down on her threat to Garcelle and nobody said a word. Newsflash, did we all listen to Bethany? It's not only Erika knew. Kyle knew. Lisa Rinna knew. Andy Cohen knew. And
Camille knew.
Camille knew. Well, Camille, maybe she heard, she didn't have the proof, but and I don't think Camille heard from Bethany, but when they hear from Bethany and Bethany is telling them that the source is Dennis, like this is a new ball game. This is evidence. So for me, it's like, what are they doing? I feel like the Fox 4 now, and Crystal is dying to be the fifth wheel. Yes, they are like they're having it both ways, pretending to be friends with Erika, but at the same time, they keep her topic up front. So if they're really friends of Erika, they don't want to talk about it. But they are talking about it, although they're pushing Sutton. So as long as it's over there, they're over here, they're good. And for Lisa to finally again wake up from her hibernating status to again push Garcelle. Hey, Garcelle, say what you really mean. Say what you really mean. And oddly, she got $10,000 tickets from Sutton, and she never thanked Sutton. And then she goes on Twitter with an about face. Oh, I'm gonna say about lips, about inflated lips.
Well, just backtracking a little bit so people know, so people know what you're talking about. On Watch What Happens Live, Sutton started to tell the story, and then she backtracked, and then she eventually told the story that she invited both Harry and Lisa Rinna to the Elton John charitable event exclusive party, and she bought a table, $10,000 per person. So it wasn't just Lisa and Harry there. It was a bunch of her different friends. We need to be friends, Sutton.
Starting a GoFriendMe fund for
not a GoFriendMe fund.
Everybody.
And the other part of that was that Lisa, while she was still on Watch What Happens Live, said that, oh no, they were personally invited, but
Elton John.
But Sutton was like, no, I paid for those tickets. I believe Sutton.
And I think that she has the receipts because Sutton, she does her business. So for me, it's like they are all in it in the plot as long as it's a storyline. They don't care. They don't care about the victims. Erika is cry me a river all the time about her. She never mentions the victims. And now all of a sudden she's worried about the man having dementia, the man that she left. So if you still love him and now you're so upset that nobody's taking care of him, they isolated him. Why did you leave him? You can't have it both ways, Erika. You can't have him as this powerhouse that threatens everybody. And then now he's this fragile person that you're sorry that you left behind. Like you were the first one to leave him. So she's talking about Tom's family. Like she's the first one that left the ship. She's the first rat that jumped off the ship. So listen, it's at this point I am really hate watching, and I feel like you know why? Because I feel like it's the same situation as New York, but New York, they didn't have any alleged criminal on the cast. This is why New York went down the drain. But here, honestly, she's the lifeline to the show. Her story, her shocking, scandalous, horrible story. And because she's the main character of it, I feel like she's the mastermind. And I think really Tom, when he looked at that camera and he said she knows, he's really mad that she left him. That's what I feel. And smart Erika, she put herself as the sole person to be mentally capable of being accountable. So as much as she thinks she's smart, she's not that much, but she's taking a page of our previous president. She's lying, and then she lies, and then she lies, and we can't keep up with the lies. And then instead of us talking about the victims, we're talking about the lies, about the car crash, about her son, about her glam squad that she still has, about her threatening Sutton. She's doubling down. She's being coached by her attorneys, which are in cahoots with Tom's attorneys. At this point, it's obvious. She's not gunning. She gunned more at Sutton than she did on Tom. And supposedly Tom is the one that was cheating on her, was an abusive emotionally husband. So all that anger, and then but you are an admitted liar. When you changed your story, you've been telling us, the viewers and the ladies, that you have this fabulous life, that Tom lets you be. This is why you love him. And all of a sudden now it's the opposite. So you are an admitted liar, Erika. You don't need anybody to point that out. You're pointing your finger at Sutton. You have the other four pointing back at your face. So listen, I'm like, enough is enough. I feel like Bravo, they need just to shut this down. They made their coins. I feel like I was against Bravo doing a fund for the victims, but at this point they put Erika to work. So it's okay to give some of that money that they're cashing now to the victims. And then, let bygones be bygones. She wants to crawl up our screen. Let it be.
Sashay, thank you so much for Sashay,
amen.
Thank you so much for
Amen
the
to that. Amen.
Sashay says, you have my permission to give Miriam 5 minutes. She took more than that instead of 2. Love that accent and love you, Kempire. Thank you, Sashay, for the super chat.
Thank you.
Miriam, we always love when you come through. Thank you so much for calling in. I have a long line of people backstage I want to get to.
Thank you for being so gracious and giving me a few minutes more. But that needs to work. Bye.
All right. I'm going to bring up Allie as well. Bernice, this is your 5 minutes. Go ahead.
Okay. This episode pissed me the hell off. Okay.
It did.
Because, Kathy and her instigating ass need to take her Miss Havisham, Great Expectation, but back to the plantation.
Oh, come on.
Because she is totally out of the loop. She didn't get the memo. Because she want to do what she want to do. For the fact that you didn't know the name of your housekeeper goes beyond the realm of reality. I'm sorry, I learned from Oprah. Well, everybody who touched your money, you gotta pay them a paycheck, you gotta know their name. You paying this woman and you don't know her name. What the heck? is that.
I have
Either
to
you
say
don't,
that moment did stand out to me. I was just like,
yeah. Either you didn't know her name because you didn't want to know her name, or you didn't want to know her name because you didn't want her to make any money because she had to sign a release form in order to be on TV. So you blocking her blessings either way it go.
Oh.
oh,
Let's not
That's a good
go.
point.
That's a good point. Okay.
wow.
Really?
Wow.
So
Okay.
okay. And Doritos, who is plain Doritos, not the ranch, the plain that don't nobody buy, the plain Doritos. For you to sit there at the table and try to bring up the fact that the fact that you want to go back and Kathy said, didn't we squash this already? So why is you bringing it up? This beef that you got with Garcelle for her checking you for what you said, and everybody else say you talk too damn much because you talk too damn much.
Oh
Okay.
my God. Wait, Bernice, let me just Sashay, thank you so much for the super chat. Here's your shimmy. I sometimes forget, guys. I sometimes forget. Okay. Go ahead,
Really. And I'm glad Krista didn't say anything, but Krista was a wannabe. Krista was not in Sutton's or Garcelle's camp. Would y'all stop trying to put her in the camp with them? She's on her own. She's a wannabe. She's wannabe with Kathy, Kyle, Erika, and Dorit.
Agree.
And Lisa lying ass. So let's not go there. Okay.
100%
Let's not go there.
agree.
Let's not go there, because when she said to Garcelle, you need to keep it real. I want to jump through the TV and just do a Detroit drive-by and just knock the hell out of Garcelle and say, I did what I did for you, sister. I love you. I gotta go. Because you're not making any sense. You know that Erika is in some bull crap, but you won't let her know that. You know what, Erika? I don't agree that the victims are being taken advantage of, but you acting like they don't exist. That's the problem. You acting like they don't exist.
Yeah.
And you the victim. What the hell? Where the hell they do this at? Now, if the story was different, if you was a daycare and you was a child molester, the story would be different, but it's the same premise. These people went to your husband for their case to get their money. They won their money, and your husband took their money to give you a lifestyle where you can act like you a singer when you said, "Will I am," is not good for you. You lost all credibility with me, baby.
Bernice
right
remembers
there.
everything.
Okay, because I don't forget nothing. You said, "Will I am?" He trying to change me. He trying to help you be better, baby. Because he see you down the long run, like maybe she could be a pop star, maybe 10 years from now, maybe. But you was too arrogant to accept this information from this man who been in the industry for 20 plus years. But you let your ego that get pumped up by your husband, who you now say is senile, and he's been, he going through dementia. And that's a whole nother story, because we're not gonna go there, because I have dealt with dementia in my family. For you to say that is a cut to all the family members who have dealt with people who dealing with dementia.
Yeah.
And people who die from dementia, because it's a deterioration of the brain, because your brain is a function of your body. It's a certain part of your brain dysfunction where your heart not gonna beat. You're gonna die.
All right, Bernice, we got to get some more callers through, and Allie's here waiting to get her turn. We appreciate you calling in.
Go ahead, Alex. No problem. But it was a bunch of bull crap. We're not gonna go there. Okay.
I get it. I was yelling at the TV last night, and I think that's why I don't have a voice today.
So what are your thoughts, Allie? Thank you, Bernice.
Well, I had a couple of thoughts. The one that I was glad that Garcelle said what she did to Kathy when Kathy said, "Oh yeah, I felt like that," because as someone who you can't tell them a picture, but I am Scottish and Irish, so I am very pasty white, redhead, freckled, but I'm also indigenous. I'm Choctaw, and I don't look like it. So believe me, I have not experienced very much in my life. So when Kathy spoke up, and I've experienced a little bit of issues, but sorry about the dog. But when Kathy spoke up, I was like, what? What are you? No, 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 no. And so I was so glad when Garcelle said that, the whole, but have you experienced that your whole life? Because that's the big difference. I can say, yeah, I've experienced some things. I haven't experienced it my whole life, and I never will because of how I look. And so that really got to me. But my other point that I just wanted to point out was the end of the show. I don't know if anybody else caught this, but the end of the show when everybody was in, or when, sorry, the three of them were in Erika's room, Erika, Kyle, and Renna, and they're sitting there talking, and they're talking about how, you were upset last night at dinner because you knew the information last night at dinner. And Erika's, playing it up. Oh, yeah, I knew it last night. And it's so hard. And then I can't remember which one of them it was that said, well, and where is his kids? And where is his family? And I know that we've all said that. We've all questioned that. But for Erika to sit there and just this dumbfounded, oh, bat my eyelashes, look like, I know.
I'm waiting for the kids now. As soon as she said that, I'm waiting for the kids to come out now and expose her.
Yeah, because I'm sitting there going, you were married to him. And granted, don't think I'm being a hypocrite, because yes, we all know I've shared my story with my ex, but we were already going through a divorce when I found all of what I found and turned him in. But for her to sit there and say, I know, where is his family? Where are the loved ones that are supposed to be there? I'm sitting there going, did your vows not say sickness and in health, richer, poorer? Because I've been married twice. I'm pretty sure mine have. So that was just something that really irritated me when she said that. I was just, I'm pretty sure I yelled hypocrite at the TV. But yeah, those were the only two things that I wanted to say. And but just to point that out, I hope the kids do come out and at least a tell-all book from their side.
Not a tell-all.
That would be interesting. That would be something I would read. But for her to throw them under the bus, that was pretty gross, in my opinion.
Yeah. Allie, we appreciate you calling in and sharing your story.
No problem.
Have a great evening.
Have a good night.
Bye. All right, guys. We're going to take a couple of more callers. If you're just tuning in, this is our weekly Real Housewives of Beverly Hills recap. And I want to hear your thoughts. So our replay crew, I know we have a lot of you guys, and some of you are asking, can we do this at different times? Because some of you work at different hours. We will be experimenting in the next couple of months at different times to do some of these recaps and, of course, to put out news. But we love our replay crew, and I want to know your thoughts and how you rate this latest episode and what you thought of what we said during our live recap of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Be sure to let me know in the comments. But as always, be nice to each other. Be nice to each other. It's okay. It's okay to disagree, but it's not okay to be grown adults arguing in the comments. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your energy. Okay, let's take some more callers. I'm going to bring up Christina, and I'm going to bring up, I think, Zoe. I got two Zoe. Let me see. Zoe, are you there? Zoe? Okay, Zoe, I think the other account, Zoe, you may need to fall out and then come back in. I'm gonna bring up Tatiana. I do want to say to Jorge, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm new here and I'm loving every second. Appreciate you. All right. Okay, Christina, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, Kempire. Hi, everybody.
What are your thoughts?
I mean, most of everybody covered it, but I'm gonna probably be slightly contrary when it comes to Crystal. Because, haven't been like similar situations where like there's two POCs and all these white people are in there and they're like attacking one person. I think she was trying to give Garcelle her space. Like, I'm not gonna be jumping in there and say, oh yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I think because Garcelle was so emotional and frustrated, rightly so, that she was like, this is your moment and I'm gonna give it to you. Because there was a snippet of her like flashing and you could tell she was like, I mean, at least my interpretation of it, she was furious, but like it looked like she was really mad. I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't know if she was or not, but like I saw that snippet of her and I was like, oh, she's mad. But I think she wanted to be respectful and like really wanted Garcelle to give her the time to say what she wanted to say and she needed to say because everybody was like pushing and pushing and pushing her. And then Kathy, I might be thinking too deep into this, but that comment that she said, like, yes, I have, Kathy's smarter than we think she is. Like, we know that she's playing this lady and she is funny and it's hilarious, but I feel like maybe she did that to give Garcelle the opportunity to say, but have you done it all your life? Because everybody faked, like, hug her. And I mean, and I'm saying all of this as a Black woman with experience. Like, I mean, that scene was so triggering. But sometimes, like, allyship is a little bit more nuanced than maybe, like, super verbal. And in times I've had friends who have said certain things to, like, lead me to say what I need to say or, like, stay quiet to give me the space to say what I need to say. And in both of those instances, I've appreciated it and then reacted that later. So, I mean, I don't know. That's just what I took from that scene. Like, everybody else are fake BATCH. They were so fake. But I don't know. So that's all I had.
Okay, Christina, I appreciate you calling in and sharing your perspective. It's different, and we embrace that here.
Thanks, Kempire. Bye, everybody. Oh, shout out to Daniel. Hope you.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Wait. Sorry. Oh,
back.
Keep hitting the button. Sorry. Wait. Say that again.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying. Hope Daniel feels better, and I loved Miriam's passionate comeback fire. That was awesome.
Thank you, Christina.
Bye.
Bye. Tatiana, thoughts on this episode? Oh, you're muted. You're muted. There you go. Wait, you're muted still.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, my thoughts on the episode, well, aside from it being a little less entertaining than the other ones, I'm going to try to keep this away from the main person and her, I don't know, her theatrics or lack thereof. Just, I think the dinner party scene really triggered me just due to the fact that, again, it's the same usual suspects picking on one person.
No.
And I think a lot of the problem is Garcelle's not willing to kiss the ring. Crystal, as you can see, has. That's why they left her alone, and that's why her and Erika are friends now, or whatever it is that they're calling themselves, and all this other stuff. And Garcelle is not the type of person to sit there and just go along with the go along, like the others have proven themselves to do in the past. So, I mean, they purposely I'm pretty sure if there was unseen footage, they baited her until she could not take it anymore. And I think her crying was not out of sorrow. It was like out of anger.
Yeah.
Just like, leave me alone. You guys have proven to me that you guys don't like me. But there's that. And then as far as Sutton, poor thing. This seems like she can't catch a break. If she's not dealing with these women, she sprained her ankle and has to be in a wheelchair. And the only one that's willing to help her is Garcelle in both situations.
No.
But yeah, that's the one thing. And I did get to see a couple papers. I will be texting you and letting you know exactly what I saw. This is definitely going to stay low key because in order to not get my family member in trouble,
Mm-hmm.
I will just say it is very interesting and very, let's just say there's multiple accounts.
All right, Tatiana, before we both have to go in hiding, we will talk offline. But
Offline.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
Have a good night.
All right.
If you guys are wondering, we did do a video, first of all, just yesterday, talking about other accounts that Ronald Richards has discovered that are associated with Tom Girardi. We talked about that. Be sure to check out that video. But Tatiana also called in a couple of weeks ago talking about the Panama Papers and hearing rumors at the time that maybe Tom Girardi had some accounts down there. Can we talk? Anyways, y'all can read my face. Paul Kempire looking scared. Honestly, I'm not. Only person I'm scared of, and I'm not even scared of God. I'm just saying, because God is not one to be feared. That's why. All right. Yay, Miss J Blue. Thank you. TikTok fam, I'm so sorry. Sometimes I forget to look down here. I need StreamYard to add TikTok to this, but we are live on multiple platforms, guys. If you're not following us on multiple platforms, you're going to miss out. Last night, we did a special TikTok live watching the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And of course, you get my commentary during it. And we stop, we pause, we rewind, we rewatch stuff. I read some of the comments that you guys are saying in the TikTok chat. Follow me on TikTok, follow me on IG, because at some point I'll do just on IG. At some point I'll just do on Twitch. At some point I'll just do on TikTok. At some point I'll just do members only. We're going to do a members only. So look out for that. So much is coming. And speaking of Twitter, I'm between Twitter and YouTube. Thank you so much. Shout out to everyone that's watching. I appreciate everyone being here every single week, recapping the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and so much more. If you missed out on anything in regards to pop culture this week, be sure to check out the channel. We will be doing a special Hot Topics live probably tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. So we're going to be talking about all the hot topics we didn't get to talk about. And if you haven't subscribed to my podcast, that's where I talk about and get shady and talk about those things that community guidelines prevent me from talking about on TikTok, prevent me talking about here on YouTube. I talk all about it, and I drop some tea on Kempire Radio, the podcast. So be sure you guys follow, subscribe, rate, and review. I saw that you guys I was looking at some of the ratings that I received on Apple. Keep rating, guys. It's important. It's important. It's important. It's important. I appreciate everyone that does watch, even if you're not subscribed, even if you're not a member. I appreciate everyone that sends in super chats. Thank you to everyone that sent in one tonight. Thank you to everyone that was a part of the conversation, everyone that called in. As I said before, I want to keep this an open, friendly, fun space. Let's continue to do that. We can have a difference of opinion and still be friends. Even the 9 people that dislike the video, we can still be friends. You don't have to like. But we're almost at 500 likes. So if you haven't liked the video already, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, because you're getting what? Daily and consistent content here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, and of course on every other platform. Thank you to all of my mods. Shout out to our Team Kempire Royal Court members. Shout out to our subscribers. Shout out to anyone that just watches, because I continue to show up on your Explorer page. I appreciate you all being here. Have a great rest of your evening. I'm going to eat because I have not eaten. It's about that time. So I'm going to go eat. As Philly John says, we are 32 likes away from, hold on, we are 32 likes. Where is it? I lost it. Let me go back up. Philly, 32 likes from 500. Let's get to 500, y'all. We're literally 20 likes from 500. Thank you, Jesus. Bye. I appreciate you all being here. Have a great rest of your evening. Time to go relax and eat. I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow.